Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. Obviously from inside a plane, Texas, November 2016. Wow. Excellent footage. Looks like a drone chasing this object. Take a look at it. It's making some adjustments. And take a look at this UFO. Seems to be made out of pure energy. Circular shape, and then it looks like two lines of energy. This is just crazy. Drone seems to be keeping up with it, so this is very, very interesting. There's a close-up of it, and you can tell definitely by looking at the UFO, it is circular in nature, but it just looks like it's pure energy. Man, we are working on getting more information on this flight and the exact location, but this is what we have for right now. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be updating you as soon as we get them. Introducing the best UFO sightings book by iUFO Sightings. Download your copy now at iUFOSightings.com. Alright, welcome back. Let's take a look at our UFO footage over here. This is our February 7th, 2017 show. This particular footage, we just received it, but we're not sure on the exact date. But this is drone footage, and apparently this is a lower end drone according to the source. He was flying it, and then he saw this object, and then he was just trying to focus in on it, but he was having a really hard time because I guess it's one of those cheaper drones that doesn't have a monitor or anything, and he's just like winging it, and this footage is kind of out of control. It's pretty shaky, but let's through slowing it down for you. Take a look at this object. It's very interesting. Seems to be flashing white, and the object is definitely, it's an interesting material. It looks like it has some lines or grooves in it. Like we said, guys, we don't have an exact location on this, and just bear with this footage. I guess we had to, it is UFO footage. It was sent to us, and we did want to bring it to you despite the shake that was going on. Once again, the source was flying a drone. It's a cheaper drone. It does not have, a monitor or anything. It doesn't have like stabilization. I guess it doesn't use the satellites, or it doesn't have any GPS. It's just like a $150, $200 drone according to the source. And captured this thing above head. It looks like it's foggy out. We don't have a date. That's the one thing we don't have, is the date on this. This is excellent footage, and this actual footage does come to us from Ohio. That's where he sent it to us from. He filmed this in Ohio, and once again, the date is the only thing that we don't have. Drone footage, not the best, but this thing is definitely a UFO. No idea what this thing is. It's up in the air over his house. So there's the footage, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing this footage as soon as we get it. This video just got... Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. It comes to us from Russia. September 2016. Look at that. The jet just flies right by, and there's some birds over there that are flying by. And look at this UFO. Looks like there's some kind of glow underneath the object. Kind of looks like it might be transparent. Here's the footage slowed down, and here comes that jet. It's definitely checking it out. The source says that there is definitely more footage. Here's the birds too. they don't seem to be affected by it. But here, let's take an extreme close-up, and you can tell we're not sure what kind of jet that is. It's definitely in the background, and then there's the UFO. So, judging by the size, most probably the same size as the jet, just a little bit bigger perhaps. But anyway guys, there is the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you. Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. We don't have an exact location on it, but obviously it comes from a lake. You can see over here there is a definite reflection on the water from this object. Possibly two separate objects in this. Definitely has an inside core. You can tell it looks like there's two circles, one smaller than the other. Let's go ahead and slow it down and zoom in a little bit on it. It's very interesting. Once again, there were a couple of witnesses to this object. We are working on getting the exact location right now. Let's take an extreme close-up of this. Here it is. Definitely looks like it could be two different objects, one smaller and one larger circles. Here's footage again. There you go. You can definitely see the reflection on the water. But anyway guys, there's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you soon. Alright, let's take a look at our clip here. Look at this. This guy chased this thing down and got it from this angle. This is just crazy. This object, he saw it flying and he ran up and he started filming it. Here it goes. You see it comes up rotating. This is in slow motion right here, zoomed in a little bit, and then it stops as this force field comes over it. Just crazy. We do have more footage of this that he's sending us. We'll be throwing that up on iUFOSightings.com. But yeah, here it is. I mean, definitely some kind of force field. Here's a close-up. We kind of got it just as the force field's coming, but it's kind of slow. Circular shaped object with a bunch of grooves in it. Very interesting. Here it is again, guys. Just incredible footage. Well, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Alright, here we go. Take a look at this. Best UFO sightings, February 2017. We received this clip on February 6th, 2017, so we'll be putting it in our February 7th, 2017 video for you guys. Take a look at that. Plane flying overhead. Not sure if this... Don't think this UFO has anything. It's not interacting with it whatsoever. The guy's camera started glitching out towards the end, he said. He's using his cell phone, and then I guess he was really, you know, he was kind of like not believing what he was seeing, apparently, according to the source. So he's just shaking, you know. It was it's a cell phone, so not sure what type of cell phone it is, but nonetheless. And then he's just trying to focus on it, and then he said he's just trying to focus in with this cell phone was just it was a hard task to do. And then towards the end, you saw it just you know, it just started glitching out. He was just trying to focus, and then it just wouldn't work for some reason. He couldn't get the object back in focus. This is very interesting, guys. Here it is, close up. Like I said, I don't think it's a newer cell phone because it seems like a lot of grain and stuff on it. We're just zooming in the footage for you. This did come to us, you know, February 6th, so you'll be seeing the February 7th video, 2017. And this object was spotted overhead and we believe this does come to us from South Carolina, according to the source. So there's the footage, guys. Extreme close-up. Look at the UFO. Looks like there's an energy core in the center. It's rotating, but then it just kind of glitches out over here. He tries to focus in and you just can't get the object back in focus. Look at that. It's making some weird movements. Huh. Very interesting. But once again, there's the footage, guys. Cell phone footage. Don't think the plane has anything to do with it. Saw this outside his house, started filming it, and there it is, guys. That's gonna conclude our episode for the day. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, welcome back. Let's get started over here. Let's take a look at our footage. UFO sightings, the construction site. Take a look at this object. It's almost shaped like a boomerang. So apparently these guys were on site and they were doing some work. It was going into overtime, and on their break they looked up and they saw this object over here. It was just hovering slowly. We've slowed down the footage for you over here, and so they just pulled out, you know, the cell phone and started filming this. This is very interesting. The shape is definitely unique for sure. It looks like a boomerang. It's a, you know, curved shaped UFO. Not sure what the material on this is, but so that's the story. These guys were kind of freaked out. The source actually just left after watching this. He, you know, showed the footage to his boss, and basically just like took off. He was just like, you know, what the heck is going on? You know, I can't really blame him. It doesn't seem to be a balloon. I mean, the problem is it's going from left to right, you know, like it's not like a balloon where it just floats up. So that's the backstory on this. He didn't want us to reveal the location because I guess, I don't know, he was just really spooked out, and you know, I don't really blame him. Here's a close-up of the object. Look at that. Very interesting. It's kind of hard to tell what the material is. Just the shape, you know, definitely looks like a boomerang. It's like a curved shaped object over here. Very interesting, guys. So once again, at work, they were doing overtime at the construction site, and they were taking a break, looked up, saw this UFO, and he started filming it, and then he was just really, you know, freaked out after that and kind of left his shift. Don't really blame the guy, and you know, that's the backstory on it. Anyway, guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and you know, just stay tuned. We're just getting started with this video. Alright, here we go. This is one of my favorites. This is just excellent footage over here. Take a look at this object. I mean, this thing, you know, it looks like a spaceship, if at all anything. Look at that. It looks like it has a glass dome. What the heck? It's at nighttime, and then I don't know how we missed this. This is archive footage. Obviously, it's from the US. But take a look over there on the right. You can see that this is overpass, and the guy was standing there filming this object. He saw it. He was going to get off on the off ramp, and it looks like 696 right there. You see 696 East and 696 West, Port Huron and Lansing. So this was Michigan over the 696 freeway. I don't know how we missed that the first time around. Once again, this is archive footage, so we're bringing this back to you guys. Wanted to see if you guys have any information on this. You see the flag, the American flag back there, and you know, the footage gets cut off. It's a question whether this guy pulling up on the right over here in the bridge saw this UFO too, you know. But that's the thing, is that we weren't given any information when we first received this. But now, I don't know how we missed it the first time, but now, you know, we were just posting these videos. We weren't doing any commentary or talking about them. But now that we're actually looking at it, it was pointed out that there's a 696 freeway. Look at that. Here's a close-up of it. Look at that. It looks like a spaceship. This is the craziest thing ever. You can tell the top is like, it's like see-through. Man. What is this thing? Like I said, guys, this is one of my favorite clips. When I saw this thing, I was like, that looks like a spaceship. I mean, just crazy. It's reflecting the lights, Man, just excellent footage, guys. Excellent footage. Obviously, in Michigan, over 696 freeway. On the off-ramp. At the off-ramp, he's standing there. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, guys. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them. Stay tuned. We have a lot more for you. Alright, here we go. UFO sightings, unknown object. Check this out. So here's the backstory on this footage. We actually got another clip. We're not sure about the date on this one, but the next one comes to us from February 2017. We are sure. We believe it was given to us on the 7th, February 7th, 2017. But this particular clip, we're not sure on the date. But look at this. This is crazy over here. And the thing is, that the reason why I mentioned the next clip is we believe it's the same object. But this clip, the backstory on this clip, the source sent this to us. They were at a restaurant, right? And they were done eating, and they were leaving, and they were gonna go home, but they couldn't go home because I guess 911 was called. And you see over here, you can see this is the fire truck. So the fire truck was over here, and the fire truck had blocked them in, and then obviously they had to wait because they're dealing with the ambulance, I guess, is right off to the left. I was talking to the source about this, and so that's what's going on over here. They couldn't leave, because obviously they had to tend to this person, and that's another reason why the source did not want to give us a location on this one, because we don't, I think something bad happened. But anyway, and this object, while they were just hanging out in the parking lot waiting for the fire truck and the EMS to move, he saw this. Look at this object. Looks like it has like some kind of orange glow. It's like some kind of energy glow on it. And this is crazy. I mean, this it looks like a triangular shaped object. I mean, this is great footage. Obviously, there's a lot of grain and stuff on it because it's at night, and he's just got his cell phone, and it's kind of hard, I guess. Not sure what the model on the cell phone is. Did not get a chance to ask him that, but there's the footage, guys. And the great thing is we have one more clip for you right after this. Stay tuned. It's going to be our clip of the day, and we believe it's the exact same object. So stay tuned. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we have one more clip to show you. Alright, guys, as promised, here is our clip. It's the clip of the day. UFO Sightings Alabama 2017. Take a look at this. There's a plane in the background, but we don't think it has anything to do with this sighting. I don't know what kind of lens he's using on this. It's kind of like a vignette effect, kind of blurring off the sides over there if you look at it. And the trees, they look like pine trees. Pine needle trees, long pine needle trees. So we believe that they do definitely have them in Alabama, and also the metadata on this video clip definitely did, the GPS coordinates are from Alabama, and this one came to us, February 2017. Recent footage, guys. Check this out. Just excellent over here. This thing is going down. It looks like it's going for a landing or whatever. Just crazy. Here's the close-up. I mean, look at that. It's kind of hard to tell how big this thing is because the plane is the only point of reference, but the plane is pretty far back in the ground, so. But obviously this guy had a fancy camera. We're zooming in, so it's kind of getting blurred out. I don't know what he was doing. We'll have to get back in touch with him and ask him, because and when it's not zoomed in, you can tell it's like some kind of blurred out effect on the sides. I mean, I don't know what he was using, like some kind of a lens or something like that. But here's the footage nonetheless. Excellent footage. They're at a picnic, and this is the backstory on this. They're at a picnic, and you know, he's got this camera out. It's a fancy camera. I think actually the pixels and whatever else, the resolution got messed up and they transferred to us, because I don't think we got the original footage, because this guy is taking professional pictures. That's how, like, if you look and you see the lens, you know, he was saying that it's really high quality, and I think that it is pretty good quality, but it doesn't seem like as good quality as he was discussing. I think that we lost that in the transfer of data when he was sending us the footage. We'll have to talk to him and see if we can get a higher resolution. But anyway, guys, there's the footage. We're gonna have to say proof positive on this one. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Alright, welcome back. Let's take a look at our footage over here. This is our February 9th 2017 video. This particular clip was sent to us February 8th 2017, so we'll be bringing it to you obviously on the 9th video. Take a look at this object. It was spotted over the freeway. Very interesting. The source pulled over the side of the road and started filming this. He was heading into work, and for some reason he was just looking up out the side of his window and happened to spot this object, UFO Sightings Indiana. So that's the backstory on this. He was heading into work, saw this object, pulled over the side of the road. I don't know, it sounds like it's kind of like rush hour, so it's kind of dangerous just doing that, but apparently, you know, he wanted to record this thing. So pulled over the side of the road, pulled out his cell phone, started filming this thing. I don't know how you zoomed in like that. It's kind of hard to zoom in with a cell phone, but this is a manual zoom that we did for you to get a close-up of this. But check this out. This is a very interesting object, and it looks like it's I don't know what kind of shape that is. Very interesting. Not sure what the material on this is either. Possibly looks like it's reflecting its environment. Very interesting footage, guys. So this is off of the freeway. A source pulled over the side of the road. He was on his way into work and saw this thing and filmed it. So that's the story on this. If you guys have any information on this UFO, or if you've seen it, please leave it down in the comments below. Here's an extreme close-up of this. Look at this. Very unique shape for sure. But there's the footage, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos, you know, as soon as we get them. And stay tuned. We have a lot more for you. This episode is just getting started. Alright, here we go. This is some archive footage. UFO sightings, what is it? Take a look at this object. It's barely visible. This thing looks like it's rotating. Man, it is just totally blended into the environment, with the exception of some spots on the bottom. It looks like it's black. But we'll have to wait for a zoom in on this to get a idea of what kind of shape that is. But it definitely looks like it's rotating over here at this plant. We don't have any information as to the location or the date on this UFO sighting. That's why we're kind of bringing this back. This is archive footage to see if you guys have any information or any updates on this footage. But you know, this is I don't even know how the source saw this. I mean, it looks like it would just totally have to be luck, because this thing was not making any noise, and it looks like it's completely blending in, you know, to the background. What the heck is this thing? Look at that. We zoomed in on it for you, but even then, looks like there's some grain going on naturally on this footage, so it might be older. And then, you know, this object, the only thing for sure is that it's rotating. Look at that. There you can see the outline a little bit. Crazy. Almost looks like a star. This is some great footage over here, guys. And I have to say proof positive on this one for sure. Just wish it was a clearer view, you know. That's the problem. I mean, that couldn't have been taken recently with the cell phone cameras and the things that they have now. So this is archive footage, guys. We're just bringing this back because we want to see if you guys have any information on this. You know, please leave it down in the comments below. It would greatly help out. It would help out in this particular case. It looks like a plant for sure. Anyway, guys, there's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We have a lot more for you on today's episode. Holy smokes, look at this. This has to be one of the craziest clips we've received. I mean, UFO sightings engagement. I mean, is it, and you know, was it in, did they engage? Is that what happened? Is because whatever these two things are, look at this jet. I mean, just it's spinning out of control, like it's completely lost control. And then what's going on? You know, the cameraman didn't follow it. Maybe perhaps because he's trying to get the UFO in the same shot. You know, no idea on this one, guys. This is up in the air. We don't have you know, too much of background information on this. This is archive footage. We're bringing it back. Looks like there's a plane or something in the background over there. It definitely looks like a plane. It was a second light that was blinking, but look at these UFOs. Looks like some kind of metal material. There's two of them. They're not that big because the jet just went by. Here's a close-up of the jet. Man, this is just crazy. Look at this. This is absolutely just nuts. What is going on? You know, is it a hostile situation? Something happened? Was a jet going after them? Or maybe an EMP or something like that? It looks like it might have been an EMP. I don't know. Would a jet rotate like that, or would it just, you know, just go down? Crazy. And then these two things over here, this has to be one of the craziest clips we've ever received. This is archive footage. We're bringing it to you guys. I mean, I don't know what to think. This one's up in the air. So there it is again. Look at that. This is just crazy. Wow. Almost unbelievable, guys. But anyway, there is the footage. We just wanted to bring it to you. Ask you, you know, if you guys know anything about it. It looks like the plane. You can see that in the bottom right. Here's an extreme close-up of these UFOs. Judging by the plane, you know, it's about half the size of a plane. No idea how wide it is, but there's two of them apparently. They're flying side by side. There goes the plane again. Man, this is just absolutely crazy. Anyway, there's the footage, guys. If you have any information on it, please leave it down in the comments below. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And stay tuned. We have one more clip to show you today. Alright, here we go. UFO sightings, great footage. Take a look at this object. At first we thought it was a balloon or something like that. It's a very unique shape though. It looks almost, you know, you circle a sphere and then the ball. And then look at this. This is what happens. It starts to get all distorted and it just disappears. So pretty sure it's not a balloon. And then look at this material. What is it made out of? I mean, very interesting material. I mean, parts of it look like it's glowing, and then the other parts are not. You know, it's like almost like a energy core. And then here it goes. Look at this. This is just crazy. It's like almost like a warp or something like that. It starts to get distorted over here, and then there it goes. It's like almost, it's just gone. Very interesting, guys. Here's an extreme close-up. Look at this. So this is clear footage. This is you know, with the cell phone camera. I believe it's iPhone, and the guy's just standing outside his house. He just saw his daughter off. She was going to school, and then he looks up and sees this thing, starts filming it. He was actually filming his daughter before he saw this, you know, just saying bye and stuff like that. And we don't have an exact date on it. Look at this thing just disappearing right here. Man, that is absolutely crazy. We don't have an exact date on it, but we did receive this February 8th, 2017, so we'll be bringing it to you in our February 9th, 2017 video. But look at this thing, just close up here. This is what we're talking about, iPhone. You know, this is how the footage is going to be. It's clear. But then it just starts like distortion right here. It's one of the biggest complaints when people always say, hey, UFO's there, but it never leaves. This thing definitely left the scene. It didn't like fly off like you would expect it to. It just almost like disintegrated. This is, you know, this is incredible. Great footage over here, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, welcome back. Let's get into our footage over here. Take a look at this. UFO Sightings Night Vision. We have received this footage. We got it February 10th, 2017, so we'll be bringing it to you in our February 11th, 2017 video. This is excellent footage over here, guys. We received this from the Ukraine, is what the source is stating. And apparently, you know, they were having a party over there. I don't know what part with all this chaos going on down there. But anyway, let's just say a get-together. And this object was spotted over here. And this is what you're seeing. Apparently, they had a camera that they were filming with night vision. And so there were multiple witnesses to this sighting. But this UFO is this is excellent footage over here. Look at this shape. Man, it you know, it definitely looks like a, I don't know, like a classic shaped UFO, I guess. That's what you gotta call it. Here's a close-up of it. Look at that. This is just excellent footage, guys. Once again, this does come to us from the Ukraine. And they were having a get-together. And, you know, these guys are goofing around, I guess, with a night vision camera. And they spotted this object flying by. It did not make any noise. Look at this. Excellent footage over here. UFO Sightings night vision footage. Here's an extreme close-up of it. Man. We're definitely going to have to say proof positive on this one, guys. You know, I mean, what would you think when you saw this thing? If you saw this thing in the air, you know, flying. Apparently it was barely visible without the, you know, without the night vision camera. I think they had some goggles too, and a couple people saw it, but without the night vision, apparently this thing was just, it wasn't really, you know, visible to the eye. Excellent footage over here, guys. Once again, UFO Sightings Ukraine, you know, UFO Sightings Night Vision. Proof positive on this one, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned. We're just getting started with this episode. Alright, let's take a look at our footage over here. It comes to us from Ohio, USA, September 2016. And check this thing out. Definitely looks like a circular shaped object. Looks like there might be some kind of force field or something, some kind of energy around it. It's moving pretty slow and it's rotating slowly. Very interesting footage over here. As you can tell, this happened in a residential area. Looking at the house. This footage is slowed down. And let's take an extreme close-up of this object. Here it is. Definitely looks like some kind of force field or something around it. no idea what kind of material or the actual shape, what it is. It looks like it might have some ridges, but it's rotating slowly for sure. But anyway guys, here's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you soon. Alright, here we go. We have got some excellent footage for you this time around. This is compiled. We got this clip here from 1970. Take a look at this object. And this is obviously taken from inside a plane. Must have been a high-end camera used. You just saw the original footage, square pixel footage. And now we're going to go ahead and do our thing and enhance it a little bit for you. Zooming in on this object. It seems to be clear. Very interesting. I mean, this is great footage for coming from the 1970s. Like we said, it must have been, what they're saying is that it was a film crew that was actually traveling that captured this. So they actually had the footage in the plane. Here's an extreme close-up of this. Look at that. I mean, as you can tell from the footage, it is see-through. This object, translucent perhaps. I mean, just excellent. We do have 2 more clips of this exact UFO to show you. So guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And we're gonna get to the next 2 right now. Alright, let's get into our second clip here. This one comes to us from Chicago, USA, August 2016. And look at this. There's a plane in the background, but this thing is glowing over here. Not sure if it was made of the same material as the last one. It seems to have a blue tint. Let's go ahead and slow down the footage here and zoom in a little bit. As you can tell, there's some birds flying by and an airliner in the background. But there you go, you see this thing. Here's the object. It's definitely the same shape, but this time it's like glowing, and it seems to be glowing white. But the material, I don't know if it's just you know, it is translucent, it seems, so maybe it's just the reflection that's just you know, changes the color. Here we go, extreme close-up. We paused it when it was flashing, so there it is. This is great footage, guys. Once again, it comes to us from Chicago, USA, August 2016. Here's the original clip again. We do have 1 more clip to show you, so don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And yeah, this is just excellent stuff over here. We'll get you the last clip now. Alright, here is our 3rd clip. It comes to us from New Orleans, USA in August 2016. Look at that. Look at this jet is chasing it. And yeah, footage cuts off right there. We do have a couple more clips that the source is sending us to. Look at that. That thing's doing a barrel roll. So not sure if it's engaging it or just checking it out. Obviously nothing's been fired, so you know, it might not be a hostile situation. Maybe it's just, you know, it's a test flight or something like that. But check out the material on this object. It's definitely the same shape, but like we said, it's translucent. Maybe it's just trying to, you know, mimic its surroundings. Here's the footage. Here's a close-up. And what the sources told us, we did from the download that he sent us, the 2nd and the 3rd clip did not come through properly, so we're waiting for a resend on it. But apparently the rest of the footage, it is not a hostile situation. So, but nonetheless, guys, there is the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these clips as soon as we get them. We'll talk to you soon. Alright, here we go. We're getting down to the clip of the day. This was submitted to us February 10th, 2017. We will be bringing it to you in our February 11th, 2017 episode. UFO sightings, beautiful object. Definitely a beautiful object. Look at this thing. This is absolutely very unique. This looks like a complex object. Look at the sides look like they're almost see-through. We'll get a better look when we do a zoom in on this, but and then the core seems to be red. Wow. Almost looks like some kind of like a flower pattern or something like that. Very interesting, guys. This might be an organic UFO. You know, it might be something that's alive. And take a look at their surrounding area. There's an air horn. A siren, I mean. Here's a little bit of a better look at the UFO. A little bit more of a close-up. Wow, this is just incredible. Look at that. It definitely looks like the outsides are like transparent. And then you have 1, 2, 3, several circle objects in the center. And then the core is red. It looks like it might be organic. Is this thing alive? I don't know. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Is this thing alive? I mean, excellent footage over here. Guy comes out of the house and you know, he sees this, runs back in, grabs his cell phone, and you know, thank God for cell phones, man. I mean, you can just capture the stuff when you see it. You know, I think that was part of the problem before, is that the cameras just weren't accessible. Now if you're, you know, you have a camera wherever you go. If you don't have a camera, that's the rarity, you know, because of the cell phones. Excellent footage over here, guys. The source does not want the location revealed, so we have to respect that in this particular case. But definitely looks, it's his house, and you know, came out. I don't know if I think he said it was garbage night. Came out and then saw this thing, ran back in the house, grabbed his cell phone, started filming. Excellent footage, guys. Proof positive on this one. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day. Alright, welcome back. We have some crazy footage for you over here. This is, you know, just came into us February 11th, 2017, so we'll be bringing to you in the February 12th video. Check this out. UFO sightings, alien footage. Man, this is something else. And then it just disappears. Very interesting, guys. At first, you know, somebody might say that's just a smudge on the screen. The smudge is moving, first of all. So there's no way. Look at this thing. It's a skinny. It looks like it's just like an alien gray, perhaps. Just blurred out. I mean, and this thing is tall. Look at this. There's a SUV right there. You can look at it. You can see it. This thing's about twice the height of the SUV. This is just out of control. And then it just over here. So if it's a smudge, how did the smudge, you know, how does it just disappear like that, you know? That's what really got to us. I mean, what does the alien look like? We don't know. Is it disguising itself? This is in broad daylight. This is, you know, out of control. And then it's just gone. Here's a close-up of it. So here's the backstory. Literally, the guy's in the office, okay? And he's talking to the graphic designer. And he looks out his window and he sees this. We had to take out the audio per the request because she starts like screaming. The whole office is there. And this thing is, you know, just whatever this thing is. Look at it. This is just incredible footage over here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, because this is what we're all about. We're bringing you footage from this day and age, not some stuff that's recycled. This is great stuff that we get from our sources. So don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Look at this thing right here. It just disappears. Now what we want, we're waiting for it. We don't know if we're going to get it or not. There's cameras outside. So what we're waiting for is that. Once we have that, we can verify it with 2 different angles. And that's going to be something really, you know. That's going to put the proof. That's going to be it. It's going to put it over the top. Anyway, guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We're just getting started on this video, so stay tuned. Alright, here we go. UFO sightings test footage. Check this thing out. First thing I said when I saw this is like, this is CGI. This is just, there's just no way. What is this, right? So then I get on the phone and talk to the source, and I'm trying to get him on here. But he won't do it. This is a failed project. And yes, it's a slinky. That's what I said. I'm like, look at this thing is like a slinky. What's going on? And then you can tell by looking over here, there's frames missing in the footage. So I'm calling this guy out, and he's just like, no, this is failed technology. They were trying to get funding for this. They got this, whatever it is, this test object up in the air. That's why we're calling it UFO sightings test footage. We actually have another test footage for you after this, so stay tuned. And this is what he's saying, right? So we're repeating exactly what he's saying. It's based on the slinky technology. Their theory was, if you get this object, here's a close-up of it, to compress down and up fast enough, it can hover. And apparently they got it to hover, but it was heating up, and I'm not sure. He was going into some technical details about how they did it, but and like I said, I'm trying to get him on here, and he won't do it because it's failed, and the company name, whatever, got ruined, and he just doesn't, his name's tied to the company, and the funding just wasn't there, so that's the backstory on it. I was calling CGI on this. Seriously, I was just like, guys, come on, and then once I talked to him, I'm like, okay, so then this is not recent footage because there's frame skipping in it, and so he said, yeah, this isn't recent footage. So anyway, I don't know what the deal is. Here's the footage. This is what we have. Hey, it is what it is, so we're gonna go by what the source is saying. And until he comes on here, this is just gonna be like one of these things where it's like it's totally up in the air. It looks like it's CG. There's a test background. Actually, the facility is right behind there. So, and apparently it's abandoned because these people are parking trailers in front of it. So, anyway, guys, there's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned. We have more for you. Alright, here we go. UFO sightings test footage. Now, check this out. So, my immediate thought was that this is a balloon, right? And started talking to the source, and he was saying that this is test footage and that they were testing this object. They're actually trying to get funding for this. And so I'm like going, okay, well, and immediately you would think, by looking at it, you would say, okay, this is, a balloon. First off, look at the size. He was saying it's huge. You can see there's some trailers in the back. Yes, they are in the back, and it's kind of hard to tell how far away they are. But if you look at that and you compare this UFO to that, this is huge. This object is absolutely huge. And then the second thing, this is what he was saying. He says this is a new material that we haven't heard of. It's test material, right? And they cut the material, and he was saying there's grooves in this thing. And he said, you see where it's highlighted over there? You can see the highlights here closer. That groove comes from the material being cut, and then it just reforms after it's being cut, but it does leave those light marks or streaks. Now this is absolutely what is the proof positive on this. If that's the case, there is no way this is a balloon, because look at the shape. You can clearly tell it's going in. I don't know about you guys, but I've never seen a balloon or whatever it is, an inflated object that has crevices like that. Let alone when he starts describing this material, almost like an Area 51 material, right? Where it just, the construction of it, here's an extreme close-up of it, it's just completely different than, what we know of or what we would think of. So, I understand, looking at this thing, okay, yeah, possible CGI, whatever, but it's not the case. I'm trying to get him on here, but it's like with the last case, people just don't want to come on. They're just they have a job and family and things like that, and in this case, you come on and start talking about this stuff, and if they're trying to get funding for this, forget about it. You're done. Your career is done, right? Anyway, guys, there's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. You're going to see these clips over here. New York clips, and this is what it's all about. Anyway, we'll talk to you. Stay tuned. We have one more clip for you. Alright, here we go. UFO sightings, fire in the sky. Check this out. Man, this is just incredible footage over here, guys. I mean, just on this alone, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button right now, because this is just clear footage, and we're gonna get some close-ups, but I'm gonna go right into the story, because the story is where it's at, and that's where you can tell whether the source, you know, is making stuff up or not. Alright, here's what the story is. The guy is trying to go to California Cheesecake Factory. He has his wife and daughter with him, right? 2 to 2.5 hours wait. That's what he says. So what happens? They put in their name, and then they go out and they do the shopping, right? And as it gets to the 2-hour mark, because I guess the buzzer doesn't work past the gate or the glass doors, that's what they told him. Look at this close up. Excellent. I gotta get back to the story. Look at this. Fire in the sky for sure. Look at this object. What kind of shape is this? It's a sleek object, that's for sure. Man, this is just crazy. Let me get back to that story. So anyway, they get done with their shopping. As it's getting close to the 2-hour mark, he runs out to his car, dumps all the stuff while his wife and daughter wait inside the mall. And he's gonna come back out. As he turns around to go back in, he sees this. Pulls out his phone, right? And guess what kind of phone it is? Whatever. It's a newer phone. We don't want to do the plug, but that's fine. It's a newer phone. It's a Samsung. It's a newer phone. He pulls it out and he starts filming. And this is what you get. This is what you get, guys. You're filming with a phone that's capable of 4K. And this is, you know, and this footage right now is, I don't even think it's 4K. We got it at 1080. This is just awesome. Look at this close up. What is this? Guys, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. These are real stories that we're bringing you about these people and their lives, and they're catching this stuff, you know? It's not like a panic where, oh yeah, the world's coming to an end. No, but this is, you know, these things are flying in the air. What are they? Anyway, guys, there's the footage. You decide for yourselves. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Alright, here we go. UFO Documentary, February 13th, 2017. Take a look at this. This is going to be our clip for the documentary, our final clip. There's the part that is just amazing right there. Did you see that? So, we don't know exactly what's going on in this clip. The source is not talking to us on this one, for obvious reasons. One, I don't think he's supposed to be having the drone up in the certain area that he's at. You can see the cars going down there. This is drone footage. He did get the drone up in the air according to what he was saying. We had a brief discussion with him. He didn't want to talk at all, but from what we could get out of him, so he's basically flew this drone up in the air. Apparently he knew this thing would be there. Look at this thing. It looks like it might be a satellite or something, but the problem is that it's not that big, or from what we can tell. I mean, it's pretty big. It's the size of the jet, because you'll see the jet fly by over here. And what is it? The jet's like making an evasive move to. I mean, it must just be scoping it out just to see what happens, I guess, when it gets that close. This is very interesting. We wish we really had more information on this. Look at this. See that? That is crazy. This is just great footage, guys. This is why I made it to our #1 clip over here on the UFO Documentary, February 2017. We have a lot of great clips for you, as you can tell. You know, definitely don't forget to hit that share, like, and subscribe button, because we have a lot more of this. But unfortunately, this time on the backstory, we couldn't get too much from the source. He did say that he had the drone up in the air, and you know, there weren't too much of the satellite connections. Usually he gets like 21 to 25 satellites that connect, that give him a solid steady flight, but this time there weren't, and he knew that apparently that this thing was going to be there. That's all we have for you guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.
We're on our way home. It's been a while, but we're finally here.
just flies right by, and there's some birds over there that are flying by. And look at this UFO. Looks like there's some kind of glow underneath the object. Kind of looks like it might be transparent. Here's the footage slowed down, and here comes that jet. It's definitely checking it out. The source says that there is definitely more footage. Here's the birds too. They don't seem to be affected by it. But here, let's take an extreme close-up. And you can tell we're not sure what kind of jet that is. It's definitely in the background, and then there's the UFO. So, judging by the size, most probably the same size as the jet. It's a little bit bigger, perhaps. But anyway, guys, there is the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you. Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. We don't have an exact location on it, but obviously it comes from a lake. You can see over here there is a definite reflection on the water from this object. Possibly two separate objects in this. Definitely has an inside core. You can tell it looks like there's two circles. Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. Obviously from inside of Plain, Texas, November 2016. Wow. Excellent footage. Looks like a drone chasing this object. Take a look at it. It's making some adjustments. And take a look at this UFO. Seems to be made out of pure energy. Circular shape, and then it looks like two lines of energy. This is just crazy. Drone seems to be keeping up with it, so this is very, very interesting. There's a close-up of it. And you can tell definitely by looking at the UFO, it is circular in nature, but it just looks like it's pure energy. Man, we are working on getting more information on this flight and the exact location, but this is what we have for right now. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be updating one smaller than the other. Let's go ahead and slow it down and zoom in a little bit on it. It's very interesting. Once again, there were a couple of witnesses to this object. We are working on getting the exact location right now. Let's take an extreme close-up of this. Here it is. Definitely looks like it could be two different objects. One smaller and one larger circles. Here's footage again. There you go. You can definitely see the reflection on the water. But anyway, guys, there's the footage. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you these videos as soon as we get them, and we'll talk to you soon. Alright, let's take a look at our clip here. Look at this. This guy chased this thing down and got it from this angle. This is just crazy. This object, he saw it flying and he ran up and he started filming it. Here it goes. You see it comes up rotating. This is in slow motion right here, zoomed a little bit, and then it stops as this force field comes over it. Just crazy. We do have more footage of this that he's sending us. We'll be throwing that up here as soon as we get him. Introducing the best UFO sightings book by iUFO Sightings. Download your copy now at iUFOSightings.com. Alright, welcome back. Let's take a look at our UFO footage over here. This is our February 7th, 2017 show. This particular footage, we just received it, but we're not sure on the exact date. But this is drone footage, and apparently this is a lower end drone according to the source. He was flying it and then he saw this object and then he was just trying to focus in on it, but he was having a really hard time because I guess it's one of those cheaper drones that doesn't have a monitor or anything, and he's just like winging it, and this footage is kind of out of control. It's pretty shaky, but let's do slowing it down for you. Take a look at this object. It's very interesting. Seems to be flashing white, and the object is definitely, it's an interesting material. It looks like it has some lines or grooves in it. Like we said, guys, we don't have an exact location on this, and just bear with this footage. I guess we had to, it is UFO footage. It was sent to us, and we did want to bring it to you despite the shake that was going on. Once again, the source was flying a drone. It's a cheaper drone. It does not have, a monitor or anything. It doesn't have like stabilization. I guess it doesn't use the satellites, or it doesn't have any GPS. It's just like a $150, $200 drone according to the source. And captured this thing above head. It looks like it's foggy out. We don't have a date. That's the one thing we don't have, is the date on this. This is excellent footage, and this actual footage does come to us from Ohio. That's where he sent it to us from. He filmed this in Ohio, and once again, the date is the only thing that we don't have. Drone footage, not the best, but this thing is definitely a UFO. No idea what this thing is. It's up in the air over his house. So there's the footage, guys. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. We'll be bringing you this footage as soon as we get it. This video just got... Alright, let's take a look at our footage here. It comes to us from Russia. September 2016. Look at that.